Hi, welcome back to my channel where we incorporate wild foods into your daily life. Today we're going to be making a really simple cookie recipe with mesquite pods, with honey mesquite. And I love cooking with this. It's very easy, and the wildlife loves to eat these pods, but they make a really lovely flour. And so we're gonna make a cookie with the mesquite pod flour that we're gonna make. All right, so let's go and harvest some of the mesquite pods and then we'll get to baking. So here's a nice mesquite tree in our neighborhood. And it has these nice fanned leaves, is how you can identify it. It also has these seed pods. They're real pretty. And they'll just be kind of hanging from the tree. So we'll take one. And they're also, the seed pods, there's some trash littering the ground. I've got a basket here to collect some. I've already started. So you want to shake it. You can hear the seeds in there. And they also have this really pretty purple coloring to the seed pods for the honey mesquite. You can also see there's lots of seeds that are littering the ground like this. You don't want to eat those. You don't want to collect those. Those are done. And you don't want any pods that have been kind of busted open. I like to try and find whole ones that make that rattle noise. And if it has little holes and stuff in it, that's okay, because we're gonna cook it all anyways. Alrighty, I'm gonna harvest some more and then we'll make cookies. Also eat these green pods. Whoops. I've actually never tried one, so I think I'm gonna take this one with me. Kind of hard to pick. Another thing I forgot to say is mesquite trees have these really sharp thorns. You can see this one right here. Beep, beep. They will cut you and get through your shoes. Let's see if I can find another one. Right here. Lighting's bad. But yeah, the thorn right there, they'll cut you and they'll get through your shoes. So just be aware of that whenever you're harvesting from them. Alrighty. Okay, we're back. I brought one of those thorns with me just because the lighting was shit and you couldn't really see. So if you look closely, ding, 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 they're pretty sharp and they're on the stem of the tree. But yeah, just keep an eye out. I've never had any issues, but just something to be aware of. And then I also, here's like those leaves. They're kind of like a fan-shaped leaf. All right, so here are all of our mesquite pods. Yum. And they're just so pretty. I love them. Look at that. Oh, Morocco. And I also was pointing out these little holes here. I'm pretty sure that, kind of like acorns, a weevil uses them. It doesn't matter. We're gonna cook it. Who cares? If you care, don't use the ones that have the little holes in it, but I think it's harmless, you know, maybe a little protein. Okay, here's one of those, here's that green one I picked. It's really bendy. Let's see. Not my favorite, just to be honest. Honestly, doesn't taste like that much, but I don't have any ideas what you would do with the green ones. All I know is they are edible as well. But the mesquite pods, you can see, I love them. You can kind of, they're really sweet. You can get a flavor for what we're gonna do with it. It's very sweet and kind of like a molasses flavor. I don't know. I've never had anything incomparable to the flavor of the honey mesquite pods. I love them. Okay, we've got our handy dandy Vitamix. Ours is old and loud. So this is it, and oh, sorry about that. We're just going to break up all of our seed pods. Just toss them in there. I'm not even gonna clean them because, like I said, we're baking them anyways. If you wanna rinse them and wait for them to dry out, that's up to you. You really would wanna make sure that it's dried fully so that it's not really cakey, because then it'll be too sticky. The seed pods, like I've said probably a million times, they're really sweet and they do stick inside of the Vitamix. And I'm just grabbing some. I'm not really measuring by any means. I would make sure you have a decent amount though. All right, so we're gonna finish up putting them in there. And then we're just gonna pulverize these puppies. All right, so then you've got some process and some powder. I'm gonna go ahead and finish blending it because it's really loud and annoying. Alrighty, so here, woo, look at that, beautiful. It's really, I just smelled it. It's very, very delicious. So we're just gonna use this little sieve thing and a glass bowl underneath. And we're just going to put it all in there. And look, I was saying it gets really sticky. Can't really see. It kind of sticks down in the bottom there. Use your fingers and get it out of there. Oh, it's such a pretty color. Yeah, it will stick. Oh, wow. It's kind of like a honeycomb smell, I guess. Flavor to it. That's what it is. More like a honeycomb molasses. It's just a very unique flavor is all that I'm getting at, and it makes me happy when I get to use it. So I'm just gonna shake out the rest of these little seed pieces. You'll see some of the fibers, and you might get a little piece, like whenever, I don't know, whenever you use chickpeas, sometimes there might be a little stone or something. It won't be that extreme, but might be a little hard piece every now and again, but that's no problem. So look, you can see all these seed fibers that are left over. Yeah, we're just gonna keep sieving it. And then I wanted, look how pretty. Oh, it's like a fine powder. It's like sand. You can also keep this year round and make cookies with it year round. So you can keep it in a jar and just label it and use it throughout the seasons. And then I also wanted to show you, here's another one of the seed pods. The seeds that were on the ground, see all these little bumps? Those are the seeds inside. So let's see. This lighting. Okay, look, yeah, there's one of the seeds, but that's what we're kind of working to get out of. And the meat around it is what has the really good flavor. So we've got our powder, very beautiful. And as you can see, it didn't take hardly any effort. It's really nice. I love it. All right, so we've got our mesquite seed flour, and then I'll show you the rest of the ingredients that we need for our mesquite cookies. All right, so you want to put your oven, 350 degrees, and we've got a cup and a half of almond flour right here, super fine, and then 1/4 cup of unsweetened coconut flakes, and we're just going to put that in here, the same bowl, almond flour, coconut flakes, and then here is the mesquite flour. Look how beautiful. It's so fine. Oh, I love it. All right, so we'll just chuck that in there as well. See, it's so sticky. It like sticks to the bottom. All right, so we're gonna put that in there. Dash of sea salt, boop. And then a dash of cinnamon. Beautiful. 1/4 cup of maple syrup and 1/4 cup of extra virgin coconut oil. It is warm here in our house, I guess, because it's liquidy. But you do need it to be this liquidy whenever you're cooking, or else it'll just be hard to mix everything up. So kind of worked in my favor. But we love this coconut oil. Dr. Bronner's, it's good stuff. All right, and then we will mix all the dry ingredients, put all the wet ingredients, maple syrup, and all of that in a separate bowl. Mix it all up, I'll show you, and then we'll make it into little cookies and pop them in the oven. All right, so we have our big bowl with our dry ingredients, and then our wet ingredients, which is just maple syrup and coconut oil, melted coconut oil. I'm gonna grab this fork and just slowly start to mix it in. I do have a mixer, but it's kind of a beast. So we're just gonna do this with a fork. Just fine. Oop. Oh, you can smell it. It smells so, so, so delicious. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it all out of there. Look at that. All right, so just get it so that if you need to add more coconut oil, add a little bit more. You don't want the coconut oil to kind of take over the flavors though. And the cinnamon's nice because it just kind of enhances everything. All the flavors really brighten with a dash of cinnamon. Oh my gosh, this consistency is spot on. Okay, I always link in the description box, sorry, I can't talk. The recipe will be below. Oh, yay, 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 yay. I love baking. I love how it's precise. I'm not a huge cook, I'll be honest. I like baking because it's like, just follow the directions. Be precise. And I like that. Kind of makes things easier. I don't have to guess. All right. Ooh, it's kind of sticking to the bottom. This is a pretty good, you can hear it. It's pretty, this is a great consistency. All right, we got it. We got it. You can also use your hands. I'm a big fan of that. It's kind of like it's thick, like a dough, you can see. Okay, so we need parchment paper on a cookie sheet, which we have right here. And then we'll just make little, here. Just kind of roll it. And then just kind of press it. Oh, we'll do it this way. One like that. And I like to get the fork, my granny used to do this, and just do like a little pattern. Like a little X thingy. I don't know. She did her peanut butter cookies like that and I liked it. So you can do that or not. So we'll just continue making little cookies like so. And then we'll pop them in the oven. Cookies. Okay, we're gonna put them in the oven for about 8 minutes. So, and they go 350 degrees, about 8 minutes. And then we'll try them in 8 minutes. Okay, it's time. It's cookie time. 8 minutes. 8 minutes, y'all. Perfection. Look at that gold. Let them sit. Let them sit for about, I'd say 3 minutes, or they're gonna be way too soft. But let's try it. Oh, yummy. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. They're really, really good. They're like the perfect crisp on the outside and chewy in the middle. 8 minutes. Perfection. So this is one of my favorite summertime recipes. It's so simple because when I see those mesquite pods hanging in the trees, it means that all the other yummy stuff is on the way for fall harvesting. It makes me really excited. I really hope that you try this recipe in particular. I really think honey mesquite is totally underrated plant for the animals, for the wildlife, and for us. This recipe is actually in our book that me and my husband wrote together. Not all the recipes I use are in this book, but this one is. And you can get this book anywhere books are sold. I'll link it below. And also, you can still pick up our Yaupon matcha in these jars anywhere in Central Texas, at the Whole Foods in Central Texas. We also have the tubes, I don't know what this is, tube, available on our website, and I'll link our website below also. And don't forget, you can save your leftover mesquite pod flour for the fall. It just has kind of like a warm molasses. Oh my God, I'm still tasting the aftertaste of the mesquite pods in the cookies. I love it. And I hope that you do too. I hope that you get to go outside, even though it's scorching. You go in the morning, collect some seed pods, and make these cookies. All right, I'll link the recipe below. Thanks so much for coming along, and I'll see you next time. Bye.